Man, let's get it. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dollar Mike and I'm back at it again with another video. And in today's video, we're going to talk about another way to make some more money on stocks that you already own in your portfolio. Let's not waste any more time. We're talking about some stock options today. Let's get right into the video. Let's go. Hopped in the chair, so hopefully I was in focus when I just made that whole intro, because it was pretty good. At least, what you think? Either way, we're talking about some stock options today, and these stock options have the ability to make us even more income on the stocks that we already own in our particular portfolio. Of course, there are some extra parameters that you need to have in place to make sure you take care of so you can go ahead and take advantage of this strategy, but I'm going to explain the entire strategy in today's video, and I plan to use the strategy for myself to take advantage of and hopefully make a possible full-blown series of videos going over this strategy and how much money we've made every single month or week from it. So let's not waste any more time. We're talking about the covered call strategy. This is a very popular strategy amongst regular investors and especially amongst dividend investors. And if you guys have seen my videos before, you guys know all about me and my dividend investing journey. But if you haven't, definitely check out some of the videos. I'm not going to bore you with the long story here. Essentially, this is how the strategy works. Number one, you need to have 100 shares of the underlying asset that you're going to do this strategy for. So if you're going to do this strategy for Apple stock, which we'll give a full-blown example later on in the video, if you're going to do this strategy with Apple stock, you need 100 shares of Apple stock on the stock market. It does not matter what particular app you're using. Maybe you're using Robinhood, maybe you're using Fidelity, Vanguard, Webull. It does not matter. You can do the strategy on all the different platforms. I think the easiest platform to work with and to see and use is Robinhood, but like I said, you can use any platform you wish to do with this strategy. The idea is that you are willing to sell your 100 shares of whatever stock, particularly Apple in this case. You are willing to sell your 100 shares of Apple stock for a particular price. Let's say right now Apple is sitting at $120 a share and you wish to sell it at $130 a share. And if it reaches that point, you will sell it to somebody else for $130 a share, and you'll make the profit off of whatever the gain is in between $120 a share and $130 a share when you go ahead and sell it. But you're essentially giving somebody else the option to buy your 100 shares at a particular price that you set, and they pay you for that option to do just that. So without further ado, let's jump into the portfolio and give you guys an exact example of what I mean so you don't get any more confused than I guess you might already be. Either way, let's jump into it. So I'm going to open up my Robinhood app right here and give you guys the rundown. Face ID, and we are in right now. The portfolio is chilling around 45 grand. We're not paying attention to that. We're here for the options today. And particularly, we're going to run it on the Apple stock, like I said before, because we want to use Apple as an example. So we're going to go on over and search. We're going to search for Apple stock, which is ticker symbol AAPL. You can do this strategy on multiple different stocks on the stock market, but you'll soon find that a lot of stocks are better than others for this strategy for the particular reason that a lot of people are trading with a lot of shares between Apple stock, Microsoft stock, Google, Tesla, all these big name companies. People are typically trading a lot of shares on this stock on a daily basis versus another stock on my portfolio or another stock in the stock market where people aren't really looking at it or trading that many shares or pretty much even paying attention to it on a regular basis. Either way, Apple stock is getting traded every single day as a lot of traffic or volume in investment terms towards this stock every day. So that's why Apple is a great example here. And you can use Apple for your particular strategy, or you can use another stock. Either way, we're going to go ahead and click on Apple. And right now, if we scroll down, I have about 27 shares of Apple. Like I said before, you're going to need 100 shares of Apple to do this strategy, but I can still show you the exact strategy and how everything works, how everything plays out. And honestly, my goal is to get to 100 shares of Apple as well very soon, so I can do the strategy on Apple as well. Either way, like I said, you're going to need that 100 shares of Apple. Once you got that, you're going to go ahead and hit trade options. And like I said, you can do this on other stocks, not just Apple, but trade options. And you can see right here that Robinhood actually gives you a nice little rundown of different type of option strategies you can do. In this particular case, we're going to do the bullish strategy known as a covered call, like I mentioned before. So that's that option right there. And it's going to set all the parameters for you. Now, before we jump into this whole menu, I explained the entire menu in a separate video. It'll be linked right up there. Very basic options, understanding of options menu or understanding of options video. It'll be linked right up there. But regardless, let's go back on out just a second and just go into it the manual way, just in case you didn't know how to actually pull up a covered call strategy. So let's just go out to the expiration date, which is all the dates here at the top. We can see April 6th is the next expiration date, so we're going to go to that. You're going to typically, when you go to an options menu, it's going to be set to buy and call. For this particular case, we're going to set it to sell and keep it on call. So you can see right now that Apple stock, you can see the share price is $164.91 a share. Overall, we're giving somebody else the option to buy our 100 shares if we had them on the stock market. So we want to go ahead and pretty much make some money off of this particular case. So if we're going to sell, we want to ensure that we're making money on this. So if I bought Apple at $164 a share, then I want to make sure I'm selling it anywhere higher than that. That's the number one step for sure. You don't want to lose money on this at all. If you are going to lose out on your shares, you don't want to lose money as well. That wouldn't make much sense. So for this example, let's scroll up just a bit and let's choose this option where it says $167.50 call. If we go ahead and click on that, that's for 53 cents. Now, that 53 cents is actually a contract. If we go on in, just hit continue at the bottom. If we go on in, it says 53 cents and you can see the min credit is $53. That 53 cents, like I mentioned before, is a contract. One contract accounts for 100 shares of a particular stock. It doesn't matter if it's Apple, Tesla, whatever. One contract means 100 shares. So just know that you put in one, that's equal to 100 shares of that particular asset that you happen to be trading with. That's simple. That's how it works. So if I had those 100 shares of Apple stock, this is what you're going to get. I'm going to set it to 1, and I'm pretty much saying that I'm willing to sell all 100 shares of my Apple stock for $167.50 by April 6th. Now, if Apple stock does not reach $167.50 by April 6th or anything higher than that, then I pretty much keep the $53 right there that you see, that minimum credit. I pretty much keep that minimum credit, and I also keep my 100 shares of Apple stock that I already own. So right there, that's essentially passive income if you want to look at it that way, but it's just another way to make more money on a stock that you might already have plenty of shares of course, over 100. When you go through with this and go ahead and click review, in my case, I can't do it because I said I don't have those 100 shares, but if I did have 100 shares and I hit review and I hit confirm and everything like that, swipe up, confirm, that means I would get $53 in credit towards my portfolio. I would get $53 instantly to go towards my portfolio to use for whatever I wish to use it for. And as long as Apple doesn't go over $167.50 by the expiration date of April 6th, then I get to keep all 100 of my shares and also keep that extra $53 for the option to sell it to someone else. Like I said, you can do this with a lot of different stocks. This is just one particular case. So let's go ahead and check out another stock that you might be willing to do this with, or that I have in my portfolio that I do have over 100 shares with. Let's scroll down real quick and see another stock. Right now I have 139 shares of ticker symbol DGRO, so I could potentially do it with this stock. So let's go ahead and click trade options. I want to do a covered call. In this particular case, I really don't want to do this, but I can if I wanted to. So basically, we have the expiration dates here at the top. So pretty much if DGRO's stock price hits $51 by April 21st, and I did of course, the $51 option right there. If that hit $51 by April 21st, I would lose 100 shares of my DGRO. I would essentially sell it at $51, which is still a profit for me, but it's not a large enough profit for me to do it. Either way, in this particular case, I wouldn't want to do it with DGRO because number one, I don't think this is a good enough profit for me personally, and I definitely see DGRO hitting $51, or at least close to that, if not over that, by the expiration date. If we go back on over to Apple stock, you can see how lucrative this process might be, because in particular with Apple, you can do this every single week. So that means I can profit potentially $50 every single week, and if we go and use the calculator and see how much that is a year, $50 every single week, so $50 times 52 weeks, that's $2,600. I could potentially profit an extra $2,600 every single year, and that's just off a single stock. You don't have to do this with one stock. You can do this with multiple stocks in your portfolio at the same time. So all in all, it's just a great strategy. Can you use the strategy? Of course, and yes, but you need to understand all the processes behind it, of course. Let's say I was making $150 a week from just doing basic covered calls. So that means $50 possibly on 3 different stocks every single week. That doesn't sound too difficult, but you never know. Let's go ahead and multiply that times 52. That's over $7,000 extra that's income that you're making every single year, just off of $150 every single week that you're making in profit. And of course, that can go back into the stock market to go buy you other stocks, like more stocks and dividend stocks that you might like, or just passive income for yourself to go out and enjoy life. It's that simple, and people do this every single day. Also, real quick, on top of you checking out my original options video to learn more about options and how everything works out, make sure you stay tuned. I'll have another video going over all the intricacies of this strategy. For me to pretty much talk about every single thing when it comes to the strategy of what could go wrong and how to actually close out everything if you already don't know about options would take another 15 to 20 minutes to pretty much explain and just give you guys a warning for. So definitely stay tuned. I'll have that video out very soon for you. And that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And that's pretty much it. That's how the covered call strategy works. You have to have 100 shares of the underlying asset, and you're giving somebody the option to buy your 100 shares at a particular price that you set, and they pay you for that option. If it doesn't hit that price point, then you go ahead and collect that income. If it does hit that price point, then they take those 100 shares from you and you essentially sell it to them for the price point that you set. That's literally how it all works. That's exactly how covered calls go. And I wish you the best on your covered call investing journey or your covered call strategy journey. I'm going to try it out for myself over the next coming weeks and months for the stocks that I have in my portfolio that have over 100 shares. And we'll see how much extra income we can make. And like I said, once it comes down to it, I'll turn it into a full-blown series and we can just keep going, keep trucking along, keep making extra income. And that's pretty much it. On top of that, something real quick to note, you still have to pay taxes on this money. So in particular, I would say just take out 30% of whatever gains that you're making, put that to the side come tax season. So you're not, say for instance, you're making $20,000, $30,000 a year from this. You don't want to run into tax season where you have to pay a lot of taxes on that money. So definitely, I would say take out at least 30% of it, or pretty much 30% of it, and just put it on the side in a separate high interest savings account or something like that until tax season comes along. You'll find out how much you owe. Once you do that, all the money left over, if it's any, put it back into this market and keep the wheel turning. You guys know how this goes. So that's all I really got. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. I'm still very much a beginner options trader. That is just the gist of what I do. There are tons of other option strategies that you can take advantage of on the stock market to make you some extra money, and that's one of the more basic ones. But regardless, that's all I got. That's it for today's video. If you want to see more options videos, I'll have a link right up here to understand options in particular. In general, if you don't understand them at all, definitely a great watch. I made that video like 2 years ago, and that's pretty much it. I'm done rambling. I'm done talking. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. I hope I explained it well enough for you. If I didn't, let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll make another video for you. I'm out. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay positive, stay hydrated. Dollar Mike. Peace.